Hello.
I am working later.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're going to work later on?
yeah.
I see. Well, thank you, Janet, for sharing, and it's lovely to meet you. And Janet, my pleasure. We've just had another student land. Hello,
Yes, hello teacher.
hello, and how are you today?
Yes, I'm good and you?
I'm well, thank you for asking. And I'd like to know, is your name Teen?
Yes, Chin.
Lovely to Teen. Lovely to meet you, Teen. And Teen, I'd like to know where you're from.
I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam. Lovely. Well, thank you for sharing. And Teen, I'd like to know, what did you do today in the afternoon?
In the afternoon, I at home and study online.
Oh, you were just studying today.
And I play basketball at home.
And oh, lovely. Well, thank you, Teen, for sharing. It's lovely to meet you as well. And so, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, on joining me in this lesson. And I'd like us to start our lesson. So, our lesson today is all about new vocabulary words. And I'd like to start with GB. And GB, I'd like to know, do you know what this is called in English?
In English, this is called a stadium.
Correct, it is called a
Stadium.
stadium. Yes. And GB, I'd like to know, for example, if you had someone who didn't know English and you said stadium, how would you, in your own words, explain what a stadium is?
I say the stadium
Hmm.
is where the no the stadium is a building um, where many people went go to cheering a soccer or football game.
I see, lovely. So let's write that. So stadium, sorry, a stadium is a place. Oh, you said it's a building. Stadium is a building where people like to go, or people like to go and cheer. How about we add and cheer for their favorite soccer team or maybe baseball team? I don't know.
In Argentina, it's very common soccer,
Soccer.
soccer, a soccer game.
Soccer.
In the United States, it's very common the baseball or football, American football.
Very
But
true. Yes.
here is soccer game.
Soccer. Okay, let's stick to soccer then. So we can say a stadium is a building where, oh, I forgot to add, where many people like to go and cheer for their favorite
Team.
team. Yes. Lovely. Well, thank you so much, GP, for using your own words to describe what a stadium is. And lovely work. I just want to write your sentence. Sorry, I just want to keep complete. Okay, there we go. Or there, yes. Thank you. And then I come to Janet. And Janet, I'd like to know, um, do you like going to the stadium?
Yes,
Yes, you.
I go to the study. I
Mhm.
go
Oh, and what do you like to watch?
football
Football.
or a concert.
Oh, a concert. So we can say, yes,
Yeah.
I do like to go to the stadium to watch soccer or to attend a concert. Lovely. Thank you, Janet, for sharing. And Janet, I'd like to know what type of concert do you like to attend?
Um, for example, in some case,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't remember how years ago, Shakira
Ah, I
went to
see.
Mexico, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and she gave a concert.
Oh, so you went to the Shakira concert.
Yeah.
So you like, sorry, you like musical concerts. I see.
Musical concert, yes.
Lovely. Well, thank you, Janet, for sharing and well done. And then I come to Tin. And Tin, I'd like to know, do you live close or far from a stadium?
I like far from the stadium because
Mhm.
the stadium is noisy.
Oh, it's noisy. Well, thank you for providing a reason why you live far from the stadium. Lovely work, and thank you. And then, ladies and gentlemen, great work on the first part. Now, I'd like us to look at the second part. And here we have two vocabulary words. And I'll start with Janet. And Janet, I'd like to know, looking at this book, what is it called in English? Do you know?
This is passport. This is
Correct.
a
This is
passport.
Yes, this is a passport. Lovely. And I'd like to know from you, Janet, what do we use a passport for?
Um, for example, if I want to go to Cube
Two?
country, Cube,
Oh, yes. Cuba?
I need Cuba, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need passport.
Yes, very true. So we could write it as we use a passport for traveling to another country. Correct?
Correct. Mhm.
Lovely. And thank you for your lovely example, Janet. Lovely work. Then I come to Tin. And Tin, I'd like to know, looking at the next picture, I'd like to know what is this?
Uh, this is a ticket.
Correct, it's a ticket. And do you know what type of ticket this is?
Plane ticket.
A plane ticket, correct. And Tin, I'd like to know, in Vietnam, what type of tickets can you get?
I don't know.
Hmm? You're not sure?
No, no.
Okay, well, no problem, but thank you and well done on the vocabulary word. Then I come to GB, and GB, I'd like to know what type of tickets can we get in Argentina?
Um, I um, I can get many type of tickets,
Hmm.
airplane, airplane tickets, the
Yes.
different type of level, the
Hmm.
business, for economy or um, premium,
Hmm.
and also different types, brands, airline lines, different type of airlines, like American Airlines, um, um, uh, many the different countries.
Very true, yes. Also depending where you are, because in some countries they only sometimes have one or two airlines. So very true. Different types of tickets, and I'd like to know from you, GP, which one do you prefer?
I like, when I travel to Canada.
Yes.
When I travel to Canada, I use American Airlines because only I have one over layover,
Mhm.
Argentina, New York, Montreal.
Oh, I see. So it's not a long travel or a lot of pit stops.
Yes. When I went to the Philippines, the
Mhm.
best is the Philippines Airlines.
Ah,
It's the
I see.
best, really is the best. It's 16 hours to fly.
Mm-hmm.
16
16 hours,
in no layovers.
no
Direct,
stops.
no
Oh,
stops.
oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah, really great.
Yes.
Really,
Well,
but
thank.
it's very, 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 very well. The
I.
because in the Philippines live the most important is the tourist.
Oh, I see.
For that
Ah,
have has an important airlines.
airline to make it easy for tourists.
Yes.
Mhm. Well, thank you so much, CP, for sharing and well done. And so, ladies and gentlemen, lovely work as well on looking at the passport and tickets. Now, I'd like us to look at the next one. And we have two vocabulary words as well um, in this picture. And I'd like to start with GB. And GB, I'd like to know what is this called in English?
In English, this is called a train station, and the other name is the rail track route.
Yes, very true. The railway. And so, GB, I'd like to know from you, in Argentina, do you have a lot of train stations?
Yes, now when come back it was a surprise for me
Mm-hmm,
because I'm all the train stations are new and elevate a high line
mm-hmm.
for no interrupt the cars or the others transport.
Oh, I see. So they've built a new system and a
Yes,
new rail track.
yes, absolutely.
Ah, that's nice. Well, thank you, GP, for sharing and well done on the
Welcome.
book. My pleasure. And I come to Janet. And Janet, I'd like us to look at the second vocabulary word. And I'd like to know what is this called in English?
Um, then no, I don't know.
You're not sure?
No.
So this tells time. Can you
Uh-huh.
remember it? Mm,
Um,
okay, so the clue is it tells time. Sometimes we have it as a watch. And do you know what the other vocabulary word for it is?
watch. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so this is so this is a bigger version of a watch. So usually we call it a clock. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I'd like to know from you, Janet, in your country, do people still have clocks in their houses?
Yes, it's very common.
It's very common. And do you have one?
Yes, I have one in my dining room and
Mm-hmm.
in my bedroom.
Oh, you have two.
Yeah,
Yes. And I'd like to know what color is the one in your living room?
in my living room is the clock is black,
Mm-hmm.
and in my bedroom is white.
That's white. I see.
Yeah.
Well, well, thank you, Janet, for sharing. And good work, Janet. And then I come to Tina. And Tin, I'd like to know, sorry. So Tin, I'd like to know, how do you travel in your country?
How many?
Oh, I'd like to know, how do you travel? So what type of transport do you use?
I don't know. I don't.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. Let me write it for you. So, how do you Mhm. So I'd like to know, how do you travel in your country? So do you use a bus, a subway, or a train?
A train and a plane.
A train and a plane, I see. And I'd like to know, which one is more common when going to work? Do people prefer using cars or trains or buses?
The people like a plane.
They like?
Plane.
Oh, a plane?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, sorry, Tin. I'd like to know, sorry, let me write it for you. So, how do people like to travel when they are going to work? There we go. So I'd like to know, how do people like to travel when they're going to work?
They go go to the bus. I don't know.
Oh, they like buses?
Yes.
I see. Well, thank you, Tin, for sharing, and good job. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for answering my questions. Now, I'd like us to look at the next part. And here we're going to look at a country. And I'll start with Tin. And Tin, I'd like to know, do you know what the name of this country is?
This is Italy.
Okay. Yes, it does look like an Italian flag because of the colors. But the difference with this one is that it has a like a symbol or a logo. Do you know it's in North America?
No.
No? Okay. Well, don't worry, I'll help you. So this one is Mexico.
Yes, Mexico.
Mexico, lovely. Thank you so much, Tin. Then I come to GB. And GB, I'd like to know, have you ever visited Mexico before?
Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
have been in Mexico
I see.
maybe 12 years ago.
12 years ago. And what did you like about Mexico?
Um, I like the beach
The
in
beaches.
Mexico because I went with my daughter
Mm-hmm.
3 days in DC,
Oh,
Distrito Federal. I
mm-hmm.
don't like because the cars is no, it's for tourists. It's big city and you
Mm-hmm.
can many cars. But
Yes.
I stayed 3 days, and
Mm-hmm.
after that we went to the Playa del Carmen. This is wonderful
Mm-hmm.
beach
Mm-hmm.
and very calm, quiet, special, very nice.
I see. Well, thank you, GP, for sharing what you liked about Mexico. Well done. And I come to Janet. And Janet, I'd like to know, what's the most interesting uh, part about Mexico?
In Mexico, we have different places,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, in Mexico City, we have
Yes.
the pyramids.
Oh,
Pyra-
pyramids. Yes.
Pyramids, yeah. The place is Tenochtitlan. It's
Ah,
a beautiful place, and also we have the beach, no, Playa Cancun is
Cancun.
beautiful.
Yes.
Yes, it's beautiful place.
Mhm. I see. Well, thank you, Janet, for sharing what's interesting in Mexico, and well done. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I see that we're running out of time, but thank you so much for joining me. And you did an excellent job on describing the different vocabulary words. And I'm very happy with your dialogue in the way we spoke and lovely use of your parts of speech in your sentences, good use of expressing your opinions and your thoughts. Overall, good job. All I'd like you to do for me is just to practice your sentence structure. So, looking at certain parts of speech that are misplaced. So, what I notice is that it's articles and prepositions that are mostly misused or placed incorrectly. That's all I'd like you to look at. But overall, good job today. So, GB, Janet, and Tin, thank you so much for joining me. And do have a lovely Thursday. Until I see you again, thank you and goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye.
Bye,
My pleasure.
everyone.